So way back in the 1970s, Johnny Cash was out playing golf one day with Jack Nicklaus, and Jack noticed Johnny was a terrible golfer, but he had a really good putting stroke. So Jack asked about it, and Johnny goes, "Oh, Jack, you know that song of mine, Get Rhythm? I just hum that when I'm over the putt, and it gives me a really smooth stroke." Jack kind of laughed, and a couple of holes later, Jack says, "Johnny, I noticed that your ability to, you always, like you read the greens perfectly. How is that?" And Johnny Cash goes, "Oh, Jack, come on. You know I'm Johnny Cash. How do I read the greens? Why, I walk the line." Okay, all silly, lame jokes aside, there's no record of Johnny Cash ever actually playing golf, even though he did own a home on a golf course in Jamaica. But walking the line might be a green reading method that will help you. Let's talk about that. On this channel, I talk a lot about different methods of reading greens. I've done videos on aim point, on plumb bobbing, on how I read the green, and all kinds of different processes. And I'm not telling you that there's any one that's the one you ought to use. Some people can plumb bob and absolutely love it, and other people commented on the plumb bobbing videos that I've done, "Oh, I can close this eye or that eye or move my head a little bit and it all changed." Okay, if that's you, plumb bobbing doesn't work for you. My goal is to give you as many different tools as possible to read the greens. One of those tools is walking the line of a putt. Now, there's actually a couple of different ways to do that. Here's what I do when I'm doing that, and I always, on every green, get out and I'm looking at the overall terrain. We're in Las Vegas, which is a giant bowl. I'm in the southeast end of Las Vegas, so I know that all of my putts, generally speaking, are going to break northwest because I'm up on the side of a giant bowl. I take that into consideration, and then I look at the geography of the green. I look at the low point of the green, the high point on the green, and I think about in my mind's eye, all right, if I had a helicopter right over the top of this hole and dumped a bucket of water out of that helicopter, where would the water go? I look for where the water runs off. And all of that is in my mind as I'm walking up before I've even marked my ball. Now I mark my ball and I'm looking at the putt and reading the green. I'm trying to see the undulations in the green where the ball is going to go. Sometimes though, you just can't make it out. And then at that instance, it's okay to walk the line of your putt. Two ways to walk the line of your putt. One of them is, I've got a putt here, and I can walk the line by actually standing along the line I think my putt's going to go and just feeling with my feet. Like I feel my toes going a direction up or down. I'm thinking about that. Then I can step over here to the other side, say, yeah, I definitely feel my toes going uphill that way. That's the way that the putt's going to break. So you think about that and process that. You also can, if you choose to, and cameraman, let's get the whole me, walk right up the line you think your putt's going to travel on. And I'll do this sometimes when I'm just not sure about the break. Like this putt, it looks to me, based on everything that I know, that this putt is going to break. Generally speaking, I think it's going to break to the right. That's the overall geography and what I was thinking when I stepped out of the cart. The problem is, there's this higher spot on the green right in here, which makes me think the putt might break a little bit straight edge. Then I look at this putt, and I stand back here, and I look at it, and it looks absolutely straight. In fact, let's put the camera all the way down right behind the ball where you're reading the putt, and I get the camera level, and that looks like a slightly uphill, dead straight putt. But now let's use the Johnny Cash method and see what I think about that. So and you have to be careful when you do this not to stomp and leave big spike marks or foot impressions, but I'm literally going to walk from my ball straight to the hole. I think it's a straight putt with my eyes closed and just feel how my feet fall. All right. As I walk that, my feet, and it's, some of you will get this if you had good balance, some of you won't. This method won't work for all of you. But as I walk straight up that line, I feel like my feet are falling slightly that way. So this putt that I think is straight, I'm going to actually take it about here, just less than a ball outside the left edge, and I believe it's going to break back to the right if I hit it at the right speed. Let's see if that's how it works. Okay, just outside the left and let it break. And you saw what looked like a perfectly straight putt broke about 4 or 5 inches from left to right. I couldn't see that, couldn't tell it from looking at the geography, the high or low place on the green, but I could spot it by walking and feeling my feet fall on that line. Try that. If it works for you, great. You got a new green reading tool. If it doesn't work for you because you just can't feel it with your feet, then use another method. And in the meantime, give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, put your comments. We always welcome those. And then check out these 2 videos on the screen now. Thanks. And here's to you making more putts.